What is going on, everyone? My name is Ron Karen. My name is, and today we're taking a look at Spiral from the Book of Saw. Yes, that's right, folks. This is yet another Saw film. Oh my god. You would think after how many films they have done that would be it. Like, that's it. You should stop making more of these films. I mean, after Jigsaw, that should have been the end of it. They shouldn't have made more. But then they decided, nope, we gotta do another one. And then after this one, they want to do a 10th one. I don't know why, but they're going to do a 10th one, so okay, I guess. But I will say this. When I saw the trailer for this film, I thought, okay, this is going to be different. They're going to try change the formula a little bit, because we've seen how the formula for Saw has always gone. They're going to try change it a little bit. They're going to try making this feel like a little bit of a mystery, thriller, horror film. So, okay, I'm curious. And that curiosity ended up being a bad one, because not only was this film bad, this film was, I think, the worst in the Saw franchise. Oh my god. Alright, so the story for this film focuses on Chris Rock's character, who's a detective. He's investigating this copycat Jigsaw killer, and they're trying to figure out who it is and stop him before more people are killed. That's pretty much the story for this film. And like I said, whenever they do a Saw film, they try following the same formula as the other films have gone. But here they decided to take it to a different route. Now, the opening, it does feel like they're going to try making this still feel like a Saw film. But then after that, it just, no. What I love about the first Saw film was it kept me interested in what's going on. It made me want to figure out who the killer is, why they're doing this, what their motivation is, and how it all leads to a great ending. Here, the opening was great, but then after that, it just got boring. Like, nothing about it kept me invested. Nothing about it kept me hooked. It was boring. The pacing was slow. It was bad. And I didn't really care what was happening, even to the very end. I'm watching this film. I'm already tired. I'm looking at my phone, wondering how long this film's gonna end. And when it finally ended, I'm like, finally! Like, this film took so much out of me. And I think what hurt it even more was just the characters as well. I mean, they got a lot of great actors in this film, but a lot of them just didn't leave that much of an impact on me as much as certain Saw characters used to. I mean, Tobin Bell wasn't even in this. John Kramer, Jigsaw, he wasn't in this. I know that's a spoiler, but yeah, I'm just saving you the trouble. He wasn't in this film, and I'm actually glad, because the man's dead. There's no way you can bring him back at all. So, and they're trying to go in a different route with these Saw films now. Chris Rock's character, I'm like, it felt like at first he was going to be a fun character, but then he flipped and became this very, very serious character, and I was like, oh my god, you're so boring, you're so bland, I don't care much about you. It's a shame too, because Chris Rock's a great actor, he's so funny, but he was out of his element. Now, there are certain actors that can actually be in these certain films despite being in a certain genre for such a long time, but can still adapt in some ways. Chris Rock, this is definitely out of his element. He should not have been in this film. Sam Jackson, like, his character is not that bad, but it's sort of cliches. I've seen this kind of character before in other films. But he wasn't that bad. Like, I think his character was the only memorable one, but everyone else was just so boring, and I didn't remember a single one of them at all. I don't even remember who the killer was. I didn't. That's how bad it was. Like, that's forgettable. You just don't really care what's going on. I think I forgot to write it down in my notes. Okay, well, what about the death traps? What about is there any kind of fear? Because they said this was a horror film. Didn't feel like a horror film. It felt like just, I guess, a thriller. I guess we can call it that. I don't know. But the death traps were fine. Just, I don't know. I've seen so many of them. They're not as creative and cool as they used to be. Music was fine. Just don't really care much for it. And yeah, just that's pretty much all I can think of because yeah, this film was really forgettable. It's really surprising how badly I have forgotten everything that's going on in this film. And looking at my notes, like there's really not much I wrote down except just a few of the stuff I mentioned. So yeah, Spiral. Is it the worst of the Saw franchise? Yes. Is it a bad horror film? Yes. It's not that great. I do not recommend watching this. I would recommend watching the first Saw film, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, not a great film. Definitely not fun or entertaining, and definitely a waste of time. So do not watch this, guys. Do not waste your money on this. Wait to see a much better film. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about this film or what you think of the other Saw films, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Check my Facebook page. Check my Twitter page. Check out T3 Media's channel. Subscribe to their channel. Keep updated with videos. I'll see you next time. Give you more love and more entertainment. Until then, guys, take care. Be safe. Love y'all. And goodbye.